Salve omnes, this is Emilia, also known as TheMartianGeek, and welcome back to another episode of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I may have been distracted a bit by Roller Coaster Tycoon these past few weeks. But here we are, and in the last episode, we did the secret levels of World 2, which involved going into the caves and finding lots of cheese. And where there's lots of cheese, there are lots of mice. Though apparently in real life, mice actually don't care all that much for cheese. They will get into it because it has a strong smell, but they'd rather have nuts. Or like peanut butter or something. On a similar note, rabbits apparently aren't actually all that fond of carrots. Apparently that one was... or that reputation came around because of Bugs Bunny, who is also responsible for the word Nimrod being used as an insult. But anyway, all we have left to do in Autumn Heights is the boss as well as the Key Temple stage. The K Temple stage, whatever. It's 2K, Bopopolis. One of the few levels in the game, if not the only one, with a one-word name. And you might remember 1K from the previous game, where we spent a lot of time jumping on top of enemies. This is pretty much that taken to its logical conclusion. So there is almost no solid ground for the whole stage, and if you don't have the timing down for jumping on top of enemies, you're going to be in for a bad time. But on the plus side, it's excellent, an excellent level for coin farming as a result, just like 1K in returns. Also another good one to memorize, but you could just die like that. Maybe I should have waited a little longer. That platform was collapsing, but it probably would have at least given me time to get across and not die. Still though, if you at least make it this far in the level and jump off all of these owls... Oh, that was a puzzle piece. Well, it's a good thing I died then. Yeah, the more times we die, actually, the better off we'll be later, because we'll have... I literally did the same thing. I am brilliant. Okay. Let's maybe not do that this time. Like I said, I can just keep banging my head on it until I either succeed or am so terrible that I screw up this part, because we can keep getting this one up from these owls here. Okay, well I didn't screw up on the same part at least. Great progress so far, yeah. Am I gonna have to start cutting out pieces? I'm also fairly sure you don't get a Kong Buddy for this one, but I could be wrong. I guess we'll find out together. No, I was supposed to jump off the penguin, okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't have this one memorized because it's been a while since I've played it. So, yeah, this is one where you have to react quickly if you don't know what's coming. If I remember correctly, I think it fakes you out a little bit at some points of the stage, too. So, when those come up, it might catch me off guard. But anyway, puzzle piece number 2 get. Boing boing, and... that is not what I meant to do, and I missed a puzzle piece. Also, the transition between dying and going back to the level takes too long in this game. You should be able to just mash through that and skip part of it with the A button or B button or whatever. Yeah, same deal. We know what we're supposed to do now. I'm not actually sure if holding Y makes a difference as far as how much height you get off the bounces. So that was 3 puzzles. Great jumping. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, back here. I'm glad we're not playing Contra, is all I can say. Because then my deaths would not be so forgiving. Okay, isn't there a... Yes, there is. Okay. Well, I died again, but I'll remember that for next time. Okay. So, wait for it. Jump off that. And that's 4 out of 5 puzzle pieces, so we can't be too far from the end. I don't recall this one taking that long to complete. Pretty fast pace. I think there's a slightly tricky puzzle piece in this section too, if I remember correctly. Well, there it is. Okay, these platforms don't collapse, that's good. But they're going the opposite direction I'm jumping, and there's enough space in between them that... Okay, where's the puzzle piece? Was it a one-time thing? I'm gonna assume it was. Okay, back to this part. Well, the music in this one, as you can tell, is different from... That's the first time I've done that, I guess. Okay, what I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by sucking at video games is that the music in this one is another remix of that one track I always forget the name of, Jungle Groove, I think it is. But... Oh, there we go. It's a different one than in the first K stage. I think we're almost at the end. That was the last puzzle piece, so... Yeah, it would just be too much to ask to have actually original music for these, wouldn't it? Oh, so close. Darn it. No! Oh, darn it! I will say this is one of the less irritating temple stages, if only because it goes by so quickly, but it can still overstay its welcome, like right now would be a good example. Anyway, see you back at the end of the stage. Okay, come on, we can do this. Apparently we can't. Whoops. Oh, darn it. Okay, come on. We can do this. Getting sick of this level here, gotta say. And that didn't help. Come on, come on. Sick of being here. Okay, finally. Remember when I said how this one wasn't that obnoxious because it went by so fast? I have been at this over 31.5 minutes. Well, counting the intro anyway. So that's an excellent example of how not putting checkpoints in levels is bad design. Because I can do the first 80 to 90% of the level perfectly. So, punishing me by making me do it all the way from the beginning every time I mess up on that last part is not providing challenge. It is doing nothing but wasting my time. End of rant anyway. Yeah, we got a mysterious relic, and we're done with that one. It's another one of those that could have been fun if it just had some checkpoints in it, maybe. But now we're moving on to better things with the boss of Autumn Heights, Mountaintop. You can actually probably guess what the boss is based on the kind of some of the theme of the level and what the area of the world map next to it looks like. Pretty sunset. Why didn't we have that background in a regular level? Reminds me of a little bit of 6-8 in Returns, actually. Except with this, that one didn't have the stars. Oh, right. Barrel. Alright, what sort of dark and vaguely sinister dungeon do we have to deal with this time? Would it kill them to turn some lights on in this place? Fruit abusers. The Kongs, that's who, you atrocious avian, and your wanton cruelty to the common banana ends here. So yes, we're fighting an owl of doom. I believe this guy's name is Scowl the Startling. Scowl, of course, being a pun on the fact that he's an owl. Whoop. That's a good example of how not to do that. He has a variety of attacks. Wait, why do I have Dixie? I could have sworn I got Dixie. Or, why do I have Diddy, I mean? Oh well, in this fight it probably doesn't matter too much. Especially since I'm going to be careless and just lose my partner anyway. So that's 2 hits. And that's 3. But he's angry, and let's move on to phase 2. Because of course there's not just one phase. Also, the background is still pretty. Whoop. Oh, I didn't think that one could have hit me. Bonk. So that's 4 hits. He has a total of 9, and to dodge this attack, you need to go into the barrels at the sides of the screen. Yes, they will reappear, of course. Yeah, fling those eggs. Oh, I was supposed to jump on that one. That was close. Almost wasn't quick enough on the uptake there. More wind. Now see, here's a case where there's a wind gimmick that I actually like. Because normally wind gimmicks... Okay, there's one more. Because normally wind gimmicks and anything in video games are terrible. Was that 5 or 6? I forget. Oh, it was 6 because we're on to phase 3. My gosh, I love these clouds in this fight. They're so purple. Well, now the feathers are closer together that he shoots, but that also means they have a narrower area of coverage. Sure wish I had my partner for this, but DK alone will have to do. Whoa, I was not looking at the screen there. Yeah, you want to get in between them, as I'm doing. Roll into him if you wish. Don't jump on the horned ones, as I just did, like a fool. Thanks for the heart. I like the music in this fight, too. Somebody said it sounded like One Winged Angel from Final Fantasy VII, I guess? I don't know, I haven't played too much Final Fantasy. And bonk. You're a boss in a 2D platformer. You should know better than to leave yourself stunned in a place where your head's vulnerable. Or ice things. Easy enough to jump over. No, now that I've said that, I'll probably just jump right on one of them. This attack is easy to dodge, so go ahead, keep doing that. Actually, this boss thing wouldn't be bad for an RPG. Yeah, let's just play it safe. He only has 1 hit left, so I'd really rather not die now. And there we go. Only 1 try, unlike the secret level. Fun boss battle, though. I really like the bosses in Tropical Freeze, honestly. They have much more varied attacks than in Returns, and like they actually do things between the different phases to make it interesting instead of just giving them a bunch more health. I don't know, the bosses in this game I think are pretty well designed. So, World 2 clear. And next time we will move on to World 3. So, we will do 3-1, and I will see you next time.